150 metres triple manunited transfer blitz to start with dazzling £80 million deal. Manchester United are now planning 3 moves to overhaul their midfield this summer, with INEOS ready to spend up to £150 million, according to a report. Casemiro is in the final few weeks of his Man United career, as the Brazilian will leave Old Trafford on a free transfer when his contract expires in the summer. United are eager to sell fellow midfielder Manuel Ugarte, as Sir Jim Ratcliffe has personally greenlit his exit amid interest from Atletico Madrid, Galatasaray and Napoli. Those departures will prompt United to enter the market for several new midfielders as they gear up for a potential title challenge next season. Previous reports have largely focused on United signing to midfielders this summer. However, we revealed in November that 3 players could arrive to bolster the team's engine room, which has now been confirmed by the Daily Mail's United correspondent, Chris Wheeler. His report states that United are ready to spend £150 million on signing 3 midfielders, with £80 million allocated for Casemiro's immediate replacement. The Red Devils would love to sign Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest, but he will cost over £100 million and potentially as much as £125 million. And with Manchester City in pole position to land the England star, United are considering other options. As things stand, Brighton and Hove Albion's Carlos Baleba is most likely to join United in an £80 million deal to replace Casemiro. Other candidates include Sandro Tonali, Aurelian Tchouaméni and Adam Wharton, though there are issues with all 3 of those potential pursuits. We revealed on April 1st that United see players such as Baleba, Anderson and Wharton as better value for money than Tonali, who will also cost £100 million. Liverpool have entered talks for Wharton, but United decided he's too similar to Kobbie Mainoo, while Tchouaméni wants to sign a new contract at Real Madrid. Wheeler explains how United will follow up that initial £80 million deal with a second move worth around £40 million to replace Ugarte. The options that fall into that category are Fernandes of West Ham and Bournemouth duo Alex Scott and Tyler Adams. Ineos also have around £20 million put aside for a third midfield addition to strengthen their backup options, with Southampton's Shea Charles a player of interest. United's potential triple deal comes after they tied Mainoo down to a lucrative new contract recently. Fabrizio Romano confirmed on Monday that a Syrian midfielder is also on United's shortlist. United have expressed interest in Wolverhampton Wanderers' João Gomes too, though Atletico Madrid are best placed to snare him. Sporting CP captain Morten Hjulmand is another option. United's interest in the Dane dates back to Ruben Amorim's reign, and he could be on the move for a €50 million £43 million this summer. Michael Carrick looks set to be the manager to benefit from United's triple deal. 2 crucial factors have convinced Ratcliffe to give Carrick the job permanently. Harry Kane is another of United's long-term targets, and the lethal striker has made a decision on a potential switch to Old Trafford. Man United have identified Brighton midfielder Carlos Baleba as the player they want to replace Casemiro in the summer, according to reports. The Red Devils have made it their priority to sign at least 2 new midfielders in the summer after they neglected that position in the last summer transfer window. Man United spent around £200 million on 3 attacking signings in Matheus Cunha, Benjamin Sesko and Brian Mbeumo, with many Red Devils fans unhappy at the lack of investment in midfield. However, Man United have allocated a huge part of their transfer budget for the upcoming window to bringing in new midfielders with numerous names linked. It looks like top transfer target Elliot Anderson will be hard to bring in this summer, with Nottingham Forest reportedly asking for around £120 million for his services, while Man City are believed to be leading the race for the England international. Fabrizio Romano insisted over the weekend that Baleba is still one of the top targets at Old Trafford, along with a number of other names. Romano said on his YouTube channel, Man United also like Sandro Tonali. He's another name they have on the shortlist. Ederson from Atlanta could be a backup option in the list of Manchester United, available for €40 to 45 meters. And again, don't forget Carlos Baleba, who has been on the list of Man United since summer 2025, and I think could still be an interesting name to follow for this transfer window. And now Court Offside claims that manunited are believed to be leading the race for Baleba, with the Red Devils viewing the Brighton star as a potential cornerstone of their rebuild, a player who can anchor the midfield for years to come. manunited could get Baleba for €75 to 80 meters this summer, after previously being quoted €100 million last year, and the management team at Old Trafford see Baleba as the new Casemiro. Court Offside credit Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich with interest in Baleba, while Premier League sides Arsenal and Chelsea are both monitoring the situation. Even if United lose every Champions League match, they will earn up to £70 million from the additional broadcast revenue, ticket sales, merchandising, corporate activity and more. And they will automatically get an extra £10 million from Adidas, their kit supplier, by being back in the European big time. But the existing squad sees a boost to their wages as a result of making the Champions League, so that is immediately a higher cost to the club. And it is far too simplistic and misleading to think that United will be able to spend all of their new Champions League money on new players. Don't forget the club's plan to have a massive new 100,000-seater stadium ready for business in the next 5 to 6 years.